Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I didn't get a video out last week. My week was it was crazy. It was super insane. So today I wanted to do a Q&A. So I polled Instagram about, what questions you guys had about bikini prep. I got a lot of really awesome questions. And so that's what I'm gonna do today. So I'm gonna cook breakfast, and then I'm gonna answer some questions. Just quick update on how things are going. Things are going really well. I still don't have a specific show date yet, but last week coach did drop my carbs just slightly, but I'm feeling really good. Feeling like just my body is responding really well. I feel very efficient as far as performance in the gym. So yeah, things are going really well, and just that's the update. I am going to start cooking breakfast. I'm making eggs and oatmeal just like regular, and yeah, so let's get into this Q&A. I'm doing 2 whole eggs and let me look, because now I can't remember how many egg whites I'm doing. 1 cup of egg whites. I have been doing oatmeal and eggs probably every day this prep, and I think I've been on prep for 12 weeks now. Yeah, I'm all about picking foods that my body just digests really well and makes me feel good, because when you don't feel good, you don't perform very well in the gym, and I am all about optimizing my energy and how I'm feeling and everything like that. So I just stick to the foods that make me feel really good. And right now that is, or this entire time it's been oatmeal and eggs. So that's how I have been starting my morning and how I have continued to start my morning. It's my favorite meal of the day. I'm all about convenience and easy, and just how it goes. I'm gonna let those cook. I'll get the first question. Okay, so the first question is, do you go each day tracking macros, or do you have a meal plan? So I was given a meal plan, but I was also given macros, and the meal plan was super basics as well, like sweet potatoes, chicken, egg whites, that type of stuff. And so I'm essentially eating off the meal plan, but at the same time I'm not. So I prefer macros, but I basically eat the same things every day: rice cakes, almond butter. I guess the newest thing that I've added in my diet is I have been adding in a protein bar at night. So I'll either do an RX bar, or I'll do a 1 bar as a dessert-ish, which has been really good for me. And it's calorie dense because I'm eating a lot of calories right now. I think I'm eating around 1,800 calories a day, and I get really full. And so I've been doing protein bars because they're more calorically dense, and they don't make me feel so full. I know that sounds like really crazy, because everybody associates competing with being starving. But as of right now, because I haven't really, we're working on building back my lean mass, I'm eating a really good amount of food, more food than I have eaten in a very long time, and so I'm full. So I've been choosing calorie dense. So long story short, I'm tracking macros. The only time that I have to eat on a meal plan is peak week, but I'm sure I'll do a Q&A when we get closer to that, because I didn't have any questions about peak week, which is the last 7 to 10 days before you hit the stage. Oh, so another question was, how many calories per day are you up right now? So like I said, I'm around 1,800-ish. I don't foresee that increasing anymore, because I'm just really going based off of hunger, I'm like, I'm full, and my weight has stabilized. And so I'm up, I think 3 pounds from when I started, but it's been like a tiny bit of body fat, but my lean mass is coming back. And so I'm like really amped about that. Like my glutes are up a half inch. My waist is down. So like, I know that my body is changing. So I'm like really happy about that. To go along with that, it says, are you carb cycling right now? And yes, I am carb cycling, but it's like the easiest carb cycle ever because my carbs are really, really high. So I'm doing 4 days, I'm gonna air quote low, and then 1 day high. So that's, that was a really good question. I'm gonna get my food and sit down, and then I'll answer the rest of these questions. Look how many eggs that is. I love eggs. Mostly just because it's just, I don't know. I just love eggs. And I'm sorry if you can hear the buzzing outside. They're doing maintenance out there. I think they're trimming grass and like that type of stuff. So if you can hear that, I'm sorry. Okay, first things first, I take digest enzymes before every meal. I don't think I've talked about that, but I'm pretty sure there was a question in here about that. So, and a recurring question I get is, are you gonna start an OnlyFans? And no, I'm not. I am not going to start an OnlyFans. Okay. Estimated show date, not sure. Still hoping like July, August, but honestly, like at this point, I don't know. And I'm not in any rush because I feel really good, and I just want to make sure that I'm in like really good condition to do it. So not sure yet. The next question is, are you trying to get your pro card? I mean, that is the big goal. I have my pro card in the NGA league. Got that like back in 2014, 2015, something like that. But yeah, I would love to be an IFBB pro. So that is the overarching goal. There's a lot of questions, so I definitely think I'm gonna do a 2-part Q&A. I like it. Okay, so first question like takes me like all the way back to the beginning. Is what made you decide to commit to your first bikini comp and get a coach? This is a cute question because way back when, I didn't even know what competing was. And I was working out at a gym, and this personal trainer came up to me. His name is Doug, and he was just like, hey, you've got awesome legs. I would love to like get you on stage. I think you'd be really, really good. If I coached you, I'll cover all your coaching costs if you just pay for your show fees, and then I'll use you as a testimonial. And I was like, I thought about it for a little bit because it was a 12-week prep. I had no idea what competing was, but I was like, okay, yeah, like I'll give it a shot. And then my first show, I took 2nd place, and I was hooked. Like I was like, this is awesome. So yeah, it was really fun. So that's why. That's how, like, it was just like kind of like a fate thing. And then my entire I changed my degree to kinesiology, and that like is what like started the trajectory of like my fitness coaching, like everything. So it's kind of cool how sometimes that just like works out randomly. This is a good one because this also goes along with coaching. It says, do you have a posing coach? I don't have one currently, but my coach and team, they do posing coaching, and so I'll most likely be going up to, because they're based in Phoenix, so I'll most likely be going up to Phoenix to do a lot of posing. Phoenix isn't too far from San Diego, and so I'll most likely be up there like maybe once a month as we get closer to show date for posing, because it's been 5 years since I've competed, and posing has changed, and there's a lot more technicalities when it comes to it. And so I don't have a specific posing coach, but I will be posing with my team and my coach, because it's all based on your physique and your angles, like everything like that. So there's a lot. I've been watching a lot of videos, like doing research, but yeah, I've been out of the game for a while, so I'm definitely gonna need help with that. Okay, so this was a good one. Could you go into the costs that go into prep? This is a good one, because it's not cheap. So obviously you have to pay for your coach, and that can range between $200 and $500 a month, just depending on who your coach is. So you have to pay for your coach, then you have to pay for groceries, and then for your actual competition, you have to pay for show fees. So I was actually looking into this today, and so you have to have, like, you have to register with the league, and then you have to actually pay for your show. So to register with the NPC, which is the National Physique Committee, it's $135 a year. And then your shows, it just depends on like where you're competing, but most show classes I think are around like $100, $150. So those are the show fees. And then actual show, you need shoes, which can be around like $40, $60. Your suit, if you're getting one custom made, that can be upwards of $200, $400, just depending on how blinged out you're gonna make it. So I used to pay to get suits custom, but I don't anymore. I just go with whatever one he thinks, because he picks the color and everything like that. And then on top of your suit, the day of the show, you have to pay for makeup, you have to pay for your tan. Also, if there's travel costs involved, you have to do like hotel, that type of stuff. So a tan is around, I think like tanning is around $100 or so. And then for makeup, when I last went to nationals, because you have to, because it's a 2-day show, because you do pre-judging the first day and then you do finals the next day. So you have to pay for your makeup twice, makeup and hair twice. And I think in total for 2 days, it was $400. But when it comes to your presentation, you can't go cheap, because it's like you have to invest in that. Oh, also like you do nails, jewelry, that type of stuff. And so when you work so hard to like get your physique how it is, like you do not want to cut corners on the very last. And so anybody who like has asked me questions about, you know, the costs in competing, I'm like, with travel, everything, like just for the actual show process, I say budget around $1,000, maybe $1,500, just depending on like how far you're traveling. And like when you go to nationals and you are traveling, that's airline tickets, Uber, all that type of stuff. So yeah, it can get really pricey, but you know, that's just how it is. Anything that you compete in, like you have to pay. Like when Eric does his Ironmans, like I think just the registration is around $900. So that's just how it goes. This is a good question, because I know not everybody likes protein shakes. So how can you gain muscles how can you put on lean mass without drinking protein shakes? I don't drink protein shakes. At least right now I'm not, because I'm choosing not to drink my calories. So yeah, my favorite protein source is egg whites. They're the highest in leucine, which is the amino acid that really plays on protein synthesis. And so I love egg whites. And you can do, if you get cartoned egg whites, sorry guys, I'm gonna pause this because it's getting like really, really loud. Okay, anyway, like I was saying, if you get boxed egg whites, you can use those in place of protein powder. So you can literally dump the liquid in your shake, blend it with ice and frozen fruit, that type of stuff, and there you have it. Like you don't have to actually use protein powder if you don't want to. Oh, this was another cost for competition, because this was a question. Do you have to shave or wax for your show? So I wax. I highly suggest you do because it is just gonna make the tan process so much easier. All right, guys, I'm gonna answer 2 more questions, and then I've got some other really good questions that are gonna take so long to answer, so I'm gonna do that for a part 2 video. First question is, are you feeling tired? No, I'm actually feeling pretty good. Like, my energy levels are really good, my strength is really good. I sleep really, really well, and that is just because, like, when you are hitting the gym like really, really hard and you're fatigued and that type of stuff, like yeah, you're gonna be tired, but no, I feel really, really good. Are you having cheat days or cheat meals during your prep right now? And the answer is no. Absolutely not. Cheat meals are only beneficial when you are already very, very lean. And I am just not to a point where I need a cheat meal. I understand a lot of people need cheat meals for like psychological reasons, but honestly, most, like, if you have body fat to lose, you don't need a cheat meal. Like, that's just, like, I'm sure that's gonna hurt some feelings, but it's just the truth. And I do not feel like I need a cheat meal because me personally, I would rather eat more calories every day versus like starving all week and having a cheat meal. So that's the method that we're rolling with right now, and I really, really like it because, you know, to be honest, I haven't had a cheat meal probably since Christmas, and it's May, so it's been a really long time, and I just don't care for them anymore. And when it gets like closer and I am leaner, we will most likely have them. But as of right now, I don't need them. I don't crave them. Like, I feel really, really good. Like I said, I'd much rather eat more food every day, like a little bit more food every day versus having a very high calorie meal at the end of the day, or at the end of the week. I do have some questions for part 2, but if you have questions, make sure to ask me down below because I do read the comments, I do look at the comments. So if you have questions that I didn't answer today and that I didn't answer in this video that you want me to answer in the next video, make sure to drop them below. This has been really fun. I love doing Q&As. You guys are awesome. I love you guys, and I will see you in the next video.